Lord of mercy. What's up? 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 It's your girl Brianka J. This is Book Talk. Thank you guys for coming yet again to talk about books with me, talk about literature with me. You know I love it. You guys are like my little virtual family, and with COVID-19 we all could use a little more community, a little more support. So if you enjoy books and you like talking about books or listening about books, go ahead and subscribe and join our small family, our small community, and let's grow together and work through these things together. Without further ado, today's video is about the birth of tragedy. So these are the births of the plays that Shakespeare wrote, just that tragic instance. And I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because I just wanted to pull from like all the things I've had the joy of learning in a classroom with the professor, with the notes. And I know that right now there's going to be so many aspiring writers, literature students, book lovers who are going to be missing some of those key aspects of university and classes and stuff. So I was hoping maybe if I were to add my little 2 cents in, everybody or somebody could just feel a little more prepared. So the birth of tragedy. So it is said to be begun by Friedrich Nietzsche in 1871. So it says, the poet's work is to figure out his dreams, mark them down. All poetic works are the interpretation of dreams. So that was one of Friedrich Nietzsche's first theories, that all poetic works are coming from our place of dreams, coming from our place of imagination and creation. He says that art is dependent on the duality of Apollonian, also known as our visual arts, and Dionysian, our non-visual arts, and the constant friction and provocation leads to more powerful offspring. So pair Apollonian with Dionysian, bam, you get the birth of tragedy. So then it says, what is art? It's subjective self-expression, right? Subjective self-expression, meaning what I believe is art may be trash to you. What you believe is art may be trash to the next person, but it's simply based on self-expression. Are you releasing a part of yourself? You know what I'm saying? Are you sharing a part of yourself with the world? Then therefore it is art. Then he says, these trends come together in tragedy, the golden age of Greek life and development as a thinker, and then the outer edges of our human experiences. So he says 3 things come together for tragedy. There's the golden age, right? That time that things were happening in Greece. The development of the thinker, right? When we start creating critical thinking ideas or start challenging the status quo. And then lastly, the outer edges of our human experience, the less talked about aspects of what it is to be human and those emotional planes that come from that, right? So this is what he says brings tragedy together. Hopefully you're still with me. Hopefully. How's the lighting? Is it good? How's the lighting? Okay, so in 1872, Nietzsche was 28 years old, right? And he said it was greatly criticized and received mixed views. However, is now considered a great thinker and characterizes his development as a thinker. So though when he started coming up with this stuff, people was like, shut your ass up, you don't know. Over time, he became the expert in these ideas, just so you know. But okay, so it says progression of art is bound in the duality of the Apollonian, the physical, and the Dionysian. So what is Apollonian versus Dionysian? What is that? So Apollo, it comes from the Greek god Apollo. That's where Apollonian comes from. And it is about the Greek mind from a German perspective, at least. And it says it is the god of measure and restraint. Is who Apollo was. He was the god of the land of dreams. He is a man, is healed and helped in his dreams. Beautiful in appearance. Prophecy, truth, reason, calm, rationale. All of those fall on the Apollonian side of art. The Dionysius side is those blurred boundaries, that drunkenness, primordial unity, a state beyond social barriers and narrow thinking, right? Music, dance, chaos, emotion, passion. Each of these fall on the Dionysian side of our lifestyle, right? So the Apollonian style and the Dionysian style, and the idea is that human have to bridge these two things in a complex manner to be like a rational, what it's almost like that idea, like to all work and no play makes such and such a dull boy, right? So all Apollo is boring, all Dionysian is chaotic. You need to kind of bridge the two to make a solid being, right? But they said the Greek culture was defined by these two gods, and people are a mix of these two ideologies. So what happens then is that tragedy achieves its state in its greatest height because of the merging of the Apollonian and Dionysian art. They have to be in perfect opposition. So these two things have to be in perfect opposition. Nietzsche argues that Greek culture went... So Nietzsche argues that Greek culture went away when they tried to forget about Dionysius. It says it doesn't work that way. Socrates controls and understands everything, which is deeply dangerous, and we need to accept the Dionysian side of us as well as the Apollonian side. Again, all work, no play makes shit boring, okay? I appreciate all the professionalism from 9 to 5, and then from 5 to 9, I like a little happy hour. Hey. That's all they're saying. You got to put it on both sides. So he says that argue that the Greeks... So he argued that the reason the Greeks are able to create such beautiful art is because of their understanding of the darkness in life. If you don't understand the darker side of life, your art is boring. You're writing textbooks. You're writing what the fuck are you writing? Elements of style, right? Boring as fuck. Good, important if you're a writer. Don't underestimate a good style book, but also you can't really just read it for joy, can you? You know? Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Alright, so he says, the Greek art saw a decline because the Dionysian side is trying to be replaced by rationale. Euripides and Socrates wanted to think everything through. I am, therefore I think, da-da-da-da. And he was like, you are making things boring because everything doesn't have to be categorized and placed and organized in a very simplistic box. That's boring. And so he pretty much is saying like that is what drove down that decline. People's need to understand and categorize and break everything down to its simplest parts. Like you have to embrace your dark side. You do, or you're boring. Especially when it comes to art, at least. So he paints Socrates as a villain. He says he's over rationale of reason, and all surprise and mystery are removed from the theater. He says, this way is boring as hell, and yeah, I can predict everything. Then he says science is the antithesis of culture. Reason and rationale kill an art form and in a culture. For example, he felt like Buddha killed India. He felt like Rousseau and Voltaire ruined the Enlightenment age. He felt like Confucius kind of destroyed the culture of Asia. And then he says, once the Socratic man takes stage, art becomes sterilized. He says science is a destructive force because of the analytic process. The Socratic man is antithesis of art over analytic viewpoints, kills art and culture. And so yeah, that's pretty much his argument. And yeah, that's Dionysian versus Apollonian, and you have to bridge the two in order to have an art form. And that is the birth of tragedy based on Friedrich Nietzsche. I hope that was helpful for you. I hope you learned a little more about Apollo and Dionysus and those two schools of thought that need to come together to bridge in order to make great tragedies. So I want to challenge you guys now to make the next Hamlet, because I will be definitely looking forward to reading it and studying it. And so go forth and be great. Love and light, guys. Bye-bye.